All right, this might be the most insane Diddy story yet. A woman named Ashley Parham filed a lawsuit in California this week against Diddy. Parham says that in 2018, she was at a bar and she met a friend of Diddy's. This guy was trying to act cool and was like, oh, I know Diddy. Want to FaceTime him? We could right now. And he did. He had Diddy on FaceTime with Ashley and himself. She was like, that's not really that cool. I don't really like Diddy. And proceeded to say, I think he's responsible for the murder of Pac. Diddy overheard what she said and said, what did you just say? You're going to pay for that. A month later, that same friend that she had met of Diddy's invited her over to his house. She went, and when she was there, Diddy unexpectedly rolled in with his whole entourage. She claims that Diddy went right up to her with a KNIFE and threatened to injure her. And he said it was because of what she had said about him and Pac. He wasn't having it. Things get really weird from here. She alleges that Diddy's assistant pulled like a spray bottle of some type out of a fanny bag that had some type of like lubricant oil in it, sprayed it on her, that they attempted to insert some type of vaginal IUD into her, but it was unsuccessful. Diddy was getting frustrated and then alleges that he got a TV remote and then proceeded to RAPE her with that TV remote violently. She said she was definitely DRUGGED'd. During this encounter, she, doesn't know where, if it was in like the spray bottle, what happened, but she was becoming out of it. She does remember what was happening, though. She said that she alleges that she was RAPE'd by multiple members of his entourage in multiple different ways. She said she was out of it. She could barely control her own body at this point. When it was over, she was kind of there, a little bit out of it, and Diddy started to talk about giving her money in exchange for silence. And even got his mom on the phone to try to convince her to take some money to keep quiet. Weird stuff. She says that his mom knew everything that had just gone down, was told what was happening, and was still like, you got to keep quiet. Take some money from my son. She said everybody in the entourage and Diddy proceeded to go outside. She was still out of it. She was trying to find clothes, couldn't find her own, found an oversized t-shirt, went into the kitchen and grabbed a KNIFE to protect herself and went outside where everybody was. At some point when everyone was outside, she alleges that Diddy said something about the unaliving of Pac and being involved in it. And then somebody in his entourage got upset with that, pulled out a GUN. She hid behind that guy that had the GUN. He was pointing it at Diddy. A neighbor came over and was like, yo, what's going on here? And the guy with the GUN was like, you better get out of here if you don't want to get hurt. So he scrammed. So then stuff kept going down. A GUN shot went off. Diddy took off and ran away. She was running as well. Ended up coming in contact with Diddy, pulled out that NIFE that she had with her against Diddy. Crazy stuff. She says that the police department from Contra Costa did show up, and she said, hey, I was just gang REPE'd, and they kind of were just like, meh, and nothing came from it. She was still feeling out of it at this point, ended up going inside of the home, back inside, and just kind of like slept it off. When she woke up, she was given back her keys, her cell phone, and took off. A few weeks later, she did end up going for STD testing and actually went to the hospital, explained what had happened to her because her body still didn't feel right. They called another police department, which came, took a report, took her statement, and again, nothing really happened from that. So Miss Parham is now suing Diddy and 6 other individuals for multiple things, including kidnapping, abuse, imprisonment, and she wants it to go to jury. I know it sounds crazy, and at some points of it, I was like, what the what? But with everything that's gone down with Diddy, I'm not surprised. Nothing would surprise me at this point. He has not yet commented on this new suit. We will have to see.